Hey, kia ora. Welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 1356. I'm Helen Brums, your host, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. And today we're going to talk about 10 ways to beat the Monday blues. Number one, get a nice, colorful, bright shirt. I tell you, putting this thing on, and some people go, oh, that's too bright, gotta put sunglasses on. Me, I just turn around and go, oh, I love this shirt. It's my pick-me-up shirt. This is, if I'm, I put this shirt on this, so what shirt shall I wear today? And I'm like looking through all my different t-shirts and stuff. And I pulled this one out and I thought, I just feel like I need to vibrate color today. I need to have vibrant, bright colors on. And this shirt definitely covers all of that. If you haven't seen it, it's got a big yellow smile. I'm trying to figure out which way it looks. So let's go that way. Sorry. Sitting on it, that's what the problem is to, put some bright, vibrant colors on. It's number one. It's come out, and there's a lot of people that turn around and go, oh, it's Monday tomorrow, I don't want to go back to work. Yeah, we're here to help you get over that. So just get over it and go and just do it. So wear bright, vibrant colors to help lift your mood. I mean, if you're walking around with a t-shirt like this with a big yellow smiley face on it, how can you not smile? How can other people not smile at you? And when you're putting a smile into their day to start the day off bright. So we're going bright, vibrant. Oh, jeepers, I can't even get that out today. Bright, vibrant colors is one way to beat the Monday blues. And it may not just be the Monday blues. It could be the Tuesday blues or the Wednesday blues. Or you wake up and you're just like, I really don't want to go to work today. Or I really don't want to get up and do this today. Put something bright on. It will help lift the mood. Sometimes, yes, you do have to walk around with sunglasses on, maybe, just because it's so bright and shiny and super fantastic and sparkling. Another way is to do something different. Do something different to your morning routine. I confuse the dog like you wouldn't believe. She thinks she knows my morning routine, but I will do things out of order in the mornings, and it's quite funny to see how she reacts to it sometimes. So it's just like, just do things differently. Drive a different way if you have to drive to work, drive a different way to work. If you're getting dressed in the morning, get dressed in a different order. Like there's time where the dog seems to know that when I get to a certain part of getting dressed, oh, we're about to go. She's about to get ready. But I will tell you the funniest thing with my dog. This is absolutely hilarious. She does it every time she is in the bedroom when I'm getting dressed. And I get the deodorant out and I pull the cap off. As soon as I pull the cap off, it makes that little popping noise. She takes off out of the bedroom. And she'll disappear for like about 30 seconds. And then she comes flying back in as though to say, okay, you should be done with that stuff by now. Absolutely hilarious. So yeah, another way. But you can also, so just just change things up a little bit. We change things up, have a different type of breakfast on Monday. If you're always doing like oatmeal and yogurt or something like that, change it up, have something different. Maybe you go for some toast in the morning with some eggs on it, or eggs on toast. Just do something different. So doing different routines, different meals. Just think of different ways that you could start the day. Like every Sunday we like to go, or most Sundays we like to go out and we like to do a drive-through for breakfast. That's our get out of the house type of thing for the week. But if we want Chick-fil-A, we have to do it on Saturdays, so we have to change it up. And sometimes we don't get to go out on the weekends and have breakfast, so we might get up extra early and we go out on a Monday morning and have breakfast. So, change things up. Instead of having breakfast at home, maybe get breakfast on the way to work. You never know. If you normally have one type of coffee in the morning when you leave the house, or if you make one sort of coffee or something in the morning, or tea or something else, try a different flavor. Try a different flavored coffee. Try a different flavored tea. Just things to change it up. And because you're out of sync and you're out of whack a little bit, just because you're changing things around in the morning when you get up, it's going to change the way that you think as well throughout the day. It's going to allow that bit of creativity to come in because you're not in the rut. Something a little different. Another way that you can help beat the Monday blues is listen to music. Have um, set your if you have your phone and you have your phone set to be your alarm clock, instead of having one of the noises come on, have music come on in the morning. Sometimes I have one that has like nature sounds, so it has a light that comes on very softly that brightens as the time goes on, and then it has the sound also increases as well, and then you have the little button. I just like the alarm clocks. But on my phone, there's been times I've had I'd pick a song of the year. One year it was "This Girl Is on Fire," and of course you get "This Girl Is on Fire." Start waking up to that in the morning. I tell you, that got you out of bed pretty quickly. Another one I used to listen to was "Raw" by Katy Perry. Was another one that I would start off with as well. So just find those songs that pep you up, get you going, get you moving, where you bounce out of bed. Go through your morning routine. You change the morning routine around a little bit, and just do something different. But definitely have like the music starting thing. One thing that gets me on TikTok, which I get why some people think it's funny, but there are some that people are standing at the stove doing things and all that, and they've got the James Brown "I Feel Good" come on. That beginning piece with the scream all of a sudden out of the blue. But there's sometimes when they're doing that they've got people are standing at the stove at the oven, and they're cooking on top of the oven on the stove top. And I'm like, that is the stupidest time to do it. I mean, there are some that are really funny on those ones, but there are others that sort of like, what the hell were you thinking? So yeah. So have your favorite music come on, because that'll wake you up and get you going, and dance your way through the morning. If you like country, put country on. If you like 80s, put the 80s. I grew up in the 80s. I like the 80s music, and some of the 70s, and some of the 60s. I like most genres of music. But put some music on that you can sing and dance your way through the morning routine too as well. Because playing the music that you love will help get the blood pumping and the circuit going. And if you're dancing around while you're getting dressed or getting ready to leave for work or whatever, or if you're at home and you're doing that home commute, from the bedroom to the kitchen to the office, why not dance your way down there? Dance your way from the bedroom down to the kitchen, down to the office, and start your day. Maybe on a Mondays, take breaks where you have a dance break throughout the day. It's just a way to get you up, get your blood pumping. There's times that I'll be sitting here working and I'm like, I need a break. And so I send my boss a message saying, taking a shake break. I'll be right back. And I will get up and go and make myself a protein shake, but I'll also put music on at the same time, and I will dance my way through the making of the protein shake. So I find way, because that helps getting those endorphins running and everything else, and makes you feel a little brighter for the day, especially in the afternoon when you get that slump. If it's a Monday morning, take something different to work with you, like maybe a new plant for the desk, or a new coffee mug to have at your desk. Bring in something as simple as, today I'm going to write everything in pink, or maybe blue, or orange. And what other colors I have over there? Just to change things up a little bit. I will change out my pen. I will go from purple to regular blue to this light blue, and anything I need to highlight, I will write in the pink. I have pens and highlighters galore. I have probably way too many. So even doing something as simple as that is changing up the pen that you use at work with a different color, going through a different colored ink. First thing, when you get into work, look at what are your goals for the week? What goals do you want to accomplish? What do you want to accomplish this week? What is your reward? And then work out to, you can gamify it by turning around and saying, here is my these are the goals. These are the 3 main goals I want to go for. 3 main goals you want to achieve that week. If I achieve all 3 of these goals, my reward on Friday is to fill in the blank. So you're now making a game out of keeping your goals for the week and keeping you on track. If you're at work or something, have a time where you cannot be disturbed. I love this one. It's called setting the doctor's appointment or the lawyer's appointment. When you're going to see a doctor or a lawyer or a professional like that, you don't take your phone into the appointment with you. You're not sitting there on the phone and everything. That is a time when your phone is switched off so you can concentrate on what they're saying to you, and you're not playing with the phone. So have a time that's like that, and let everybody else know Do not disturb me unless it is an absolute life and death situation. And if you're at home, you close the door. You have your little sign that you put on outside your office door. You turn your phone off. You turn the emails off. And then you spend that hour concentrating on that one thing that you want to get done during that hour. You'll find that you'll get a lot of productivity done during that hour. In fact, you may even get more work done in that hour than you do for the whole day. Trust me, it's the weirdest, it's the strangest thing when you turn the phones off, you close down the tabs with the emails in them, and you just, we're going to, shut down all your tabs and you're just concentrating on this one thing. It makes a big difference. And and if you're doing that on Mondays, it helps set the rest of the week up as well. So that's, plan something to have something to look forward to on a Monday. What do you normally do on a Monday night? Maybe you go to, that's usually Tuesday trivia, is it? But Monday night could be something, local that you go to, where you have a club that you go to, an activity that you go to. So you've always got something to look forward. Maybe it's your book club meeting. Who knows? Maybe it's the night that you go out and play pickleball with your social club, or tennis, or some other sport, do a pick-up basketball game or something. But it's something that you always look forward to. So I don't know. I've totally lost count on the numbers. I don't even know where I'm up to. When it comes to dealing with beating the Monday blues, look at I always look forward at the beginning of the week with the, sorry, I can't talk tonight. I always look at my week and go, this is going to be a super fantastic sparkling day. It is the beginning of a super fantastic sparkling week. And that sets my energy levels for the rest of the day and leads it into the week, because each day I get up and it's like, today is going to be super fantastic and sparkling. Today is going to be super fantastic and sparkling. Well, today is always super fantastic and sparkling. No matter what happens, today is always super fantastic and sparkling. I have various sayings that I get, but it always has super fantastic and sparkling in there, so you can take it up. Start your day out with maybe a meditation to set you up for the week, or a devotion or a meditation or something like that, just to help calm yourself down at the beginning of the week and to prepare your mindset for a phenomenal week that's going to come ahead, going to come along your way. So this, I'm sorry, I've completely lost count. I don't even know what number I'm up to. I don't know if I done 10. Did I do 10? Let's see, we talked about music, changing the routine, starting the day with exercise is another good one as well. Especially when I was living in LA, I don't do it much here. I'd go for a walk every morning with Zeffie, and it's great because I love getting out in that early morning before most people are awake. We actually have a quiet time here in the resort, which is no loud noises or distractions before 7 o'clock in the morning, and nothing out between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m. is the quiet time of the resort. Most people are, on some times you don't hear any noise after 9 o'clock at night. But a lot of times I like getting up in that early morning, especially in the wintertime here, because the mornings are so crisp and clean, and sometimes you can still wake up and it's like 82 degrees outside, or 72 degrees or whatever. But I love the early morning times when it is cool and it is calm and it is quiet, and those are the times that I like to go walking with Zeffie. And I don't wear my headphones anymore when I go walking, because I found that when I was doing that and I was listening to a book, I wasn't being present with Zeffie on our walk, and she would excuse me, and she would wander off over here, wander off over there. But I stopped listening to audiobooks while I was walking and found that she walks a lot more calmer, and she still does her takeoffs where my arm gets jerked and everything else, or I feel it coming and I brace for it, like pull back on her, and then instead of allowing her to jerk, instead of having her jerk me, I kind of jerk her a little bit. But I love those quiet mornings because there's just so much to see, and you get the sun coming up on some mornings. There's just really cool stuff to see. And there was a while there where I think for about 2 or 3 weeks, I was taking pictures every morning of different things that I saw just around the pet area of the resort where we are. And some of them in the morning light were pretty cool. There was one I got the other day. There's a house just down here that has a flagpole out the front with an American flag on it. And something made me turn and look, and there was the most amazing, and I just pulled out my phone and just went snap. The flag was in a light breeze, just moving around, but the sky behind it was unbelievable. And I caught this picture of this unbelievable sky behind it with this flag just moving in the breeze. It was a really cool picture. In fact, that one I took it a few months ago and I posted it. But it was a really cool picture. And it's just some mornings that you get that, and you wouldn't get that if you weren't present in the moment. If I was just walking down the street listening to my audiobook and my dog's going like this across in front of me and all of that, I wouldn't have captured that. But forcing myself to take off the headphones so I'm not listening to any audiobooks. I mean, I do love to walk and listen to audiobooks, but with a dog, I find that she is more well behaved on the leash if I am not listening to anything than if I am listening to something. She feels if I'm present or I'm not present. And she says, "Well, you're not paying attention to me. I'm just going to go wherever I want." So, being in that moment, it's, you can also take that moment in the mornings where you've got that quiet. So I love mornings. You've got that quiet time just as the sun's rising, and you get to sit there with your cup of tea, your cup of coffee, maybe it's just a glass of lemon water or something, and you just get to sit there and you just get to watch the world wake up. I love that any day of the morning, and that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to with my log cabin by the lake, is being able to sit out there on my porch in the mornings and just curled up in my rocker on the front porch there, and just watch the world wake up as I sip my morning cup of tea and just have my quiet time out there. And I may have a blanket over my lap, I may not, depending on the time of the day, the time of the year, the weather, that sort of stuff. But just to curl there and just to watch the world wake up. There's nothing like just watching the sunrise on a beautiful, beautiful day. And that just wipes away anything. I still remember the day that Brad passed. He passed at just after 4 o'clock in the morning. And by the time the hospice nurse had come, and the undertakers had come to take his body away, and I had the middle son and his wife staying with us, and the oldest son had come over as well. By the time everybody had left and they'd gone back to bed or whatever, I was left in the house. Basically I was by myself at 6 o'clock, around 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. And I remember standing in the dining room area and looking out the window, and the windows looked kind of towards the east. And I saw the most perfect sunrise I have ever seen. It was beautiful. There were these little clouds floating around that had just a tint of color, a hint of color to them as the sun was coming up. And it was the most beautiful, peaceful, serene sunrise I have ever witnessed in my life. And to this day, I have never had another one like it. But it was the first sunrise I had without Brad. And it was the most spectacular sunrise. It really was. So, just doing something simple like that can help enhance your mood and just give you that peace and calmness that you might need for the beginning of the week. Some people need peace and calmness. Some people need turmoil, and they want that loud music. They want that, let's get out there and let's go power walking, or I just go strolling with the dog. You're getting that exercise in somehow, whether it's walking, whether it's going to the gym, whether it's doing your own workout, whether it's doing yoga and meditation, whatever. Get yourself into that mindset. So I don't know if we've done 10 or not, or if we have gone over the 10, but I just hope that there's something in there that can help you brighten up your Mondays, help you overcome those Monday blues. Because maybe I should have called it morning blues instead, because some people are like, I don't want to get up. I love the mornings. I am so energized in the mornings. It is unbelievable. And I am starting to win back my mornings. If you've been following, I had COVID back in February. And one of the things it robbed me of was it flipped my body clock. So instead of bouncing out of bed in the mornings, I was dragging out of bed. And I started incorporating some of these techniques to win back. Like the alarm would go off and I'll just keep hitting the snooze button. And then, of course, it only goes for an hour, the snooze, every 10 minutes for an hour. And then it's done. And there were mornings I was waking up and it was like 8:30 in the morning. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to get up, get moving. Because the dog was sort of like, come on, can we get moving? So, having to bounce out of bed and go and do that. But I was literally dragging myself out of bed. And then I was getting my energy back in the evenings. and not going to bed till 11, 12, 1 in the morning, and having to get up at 5 o'clock again the next morning. And so it's been this constant battle, but I'm winning back my mornings. I woke up this morning and I was like, the alarm hasn't gone off yet. Wonder what time it is. Now my alarm is set to go at 5:07. It was 5:05. And that clock that's set to go at 5:07 is 9 minutes fast. So it said 5:05, and I thought, oh, great, it's going to go. And I was sort of like, yeah, I'm not laying here for 2 minutes. So I just got up and got started. And I carried my clock with me for those 2 minutes until it went off, so I could then turn the alarm off and then go. And I didn't turn the alarm off completely, because if I had done that to stop it going off at 5:07, I probably would forget to turn it back on. So I wait for it to go off. And there's times I've gotten up at 4:30 and I've had the clock sitting here and doing my morning routine and stuff, and it will go off, and I'm just like double tap it so it turns off, doesn't do any snoozing and that. But because I know that if I had actually turned it off before it went off, that I'd probably forget to turn it back on again. So I don't check those things at the end of the day. But anyway, I've rambled on for long enough. Hopefully there was 10 in there. There may be more. There may be a slightly less. There might be a lot of expansion. There might be a lot of rambling in there. But ways to beat the Monday blues. How do you, if you're one of those people that kind of hate Mondays or just suffer with them, what are some of the things that, so I got a tickle coming up in my throat. What are some of the things that you do to help you get through the Monday blues, or not really wanting to get up on a Monday? It's the beginning of, and the Monday could be any day of the week, because it depends on when your weekend is. Your weekend could be Tuesday, Wednesday, so your Monday is Thursday. I know there's some crazy people out there, but they're all crazy. We love them all, and no judgment, no judgment. But anyway, go out, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Hey, Konera.